Right, so it's time. We're going to explain absolutely everything. Every single weapon here, we're going to put it on the list. Of course, get your high YouTubes in. Now, just to explain what we are doing, guys. This is the main weapon tier list. So every single weapon right now is the, of course, vanilla version of Splatoon 3, you know? It's very, very early, and this basically, during this period of time, these were the main weapons that we were given. So if you're watching this in the future, this is how this tier list went. I'm going to be ranking these in, obviously, my opinion of what I think is going to be some of the best weapons in the game, and some that I think are practically not that great or have a whole lot of problems, alright? Try and do my best to explain every single weapon as best as I possibly can. So let's get started. I'm actually going to start genuinely with the Splattershot Jr, alright? Now, personally, the Splattershot Jr has Splat Bomb and Big Bubbler. Splat Jr is really good for tower control, good for zones, probably good for Rainmaker as well. It's actually just an all-around really good weapon currently. So Splattershot Jr. Splattershot Jr is not rated B. I think personally the Splattershot Jr has a lot of painting power. It's fairly decent in terms of fighting. Like, it feels like with the Splattershot Jr, the aerospray, like all the really inconsistent like firing weapons can actually hit like more often than usual, and that's what I've noticed at least when I've used the Splattershot Jr. So I think I'll put Splattershot Jr right now at A. Splattershot Pro. I really like the Splattershot Pro, but I can't ignore how its sub-weapon is. I think the sub-weapon honestly is way too demanding, you know? And I think it's honestly one of the things that really let it down. The Crab Tank is great. Crab Tank is great. The weapon itself is also great. Like, if you're trying to just mark people, point sensor is far better. I feel like the angle shooter, it needs to be buffed, and like there's two kinds of buffs that it could get. They can make it more powerful, which is one thing, make it from 30 to 45 damage so that if someone's really weak, then the angle shooter can really kill, or they need to allow people to throw the angle shooter even more. That's what I'm thinking. So personally, I'm gonna put it at B. And just to save you guys some time, Jet Squelcher as well. The Jet Squelcher was far better with Toxic Mist. It was way better. I feel like the Jet Squelcher is really friggin' awkward with the angle shooter as well. In terms of kits, like, I can't put it over the Pro. So I personally think the Jet Squelcher is gonna be C, you know? The Ink Vacuum is honestly the only thing it's got going for it, but I think it's gonna get a C. Oh, okay, we'll go with a 96. I love the 96 as well. I'm not gonna put this at S because that makes absolutely no sense. They've ruined the 96 Gal's RNG. It's definitely not how it was in Splatoon 2. It feels like it hits a whole lot less. And it has Sprinkler. Now, Sprinkler's not bad. It's not amazing. You know, it's not amazing. It's like, okay, you throw the Sprinkler down, okay, cool, you put some ink down. But I think for me, what that's kind of getting me is there's so many inconsistencies with the 96 where it cannot hit. It's RNG, it goes freaking crazy. So personally, I'm gonna put it at B for now. I can't put it below the Jet Squelcher or put on the same level as Jet Squelcher because they both have vacuum, and I think this weapon is friggin' amazing with vacuum. So Dual Squelcher, amazing kit. Bomb, the weapon itself, it's terrible at close range, but that's not how you want to play it. Movement, amazing. You can link this with the Squid Roll as well. I think that's an easy A, honestly. I feel like Wave Breaker just does so much on Splat Zone. The Wave Breaker down, it basically clears out a good portion of the zone, and the weapon can play off the Wave Breaker really well too. Now, you guys might be shocked about where I put the Dapple. Now, Dapples, personally, is in Splatoon 2. I did not like this weapon. But in Splatoon 3, this is the zombie weapon. With the Tacticaler and the amount it outputs in pain and how quick it is sometimes, and the beacons. I think personally the beacons and the tactical are so helpful. I think it's generally like one of the best support weapons in the game right now, dude, not gonna lie. Because you put a bunch of beacons down, you run around, you get tacticalers. Okay, if people die, then that's fine. They can all jump back to the beacon. You might be surprised, but I'm putting this at A. Like, okay, it doesn't have a greatest range, but like, in terms of like what it can do for a team, with the Tacticaler and the beacon, you're basically quick respawning people to jump to your beacons over and over again. It's like people never die. I notice the same thing every single time I see a Dapples. It's the other team never goes down because they're all jumping into the beacons, they're all being tactical, and they all just always stay in the game, you know? So at least for like one of the best tactical weapons, because you're gonna be surprised of where I put the N-Zap. Personally, right now, I don't think the N-Zaps are great. I think the N-Zaps, like the weapon, the N-Zap, it's okay. It paints okay, all right? It's got really good movement. Its shot velocity is awful. Personally, I think it's B. Like, obviously, the playstyle okay, it's a tactical weapon, you can be aggro, but like fighting with this weapon sometimes just feels really, like I feel like the Dapples does a better job, you know, which is crazy. I played this yesterday, guys. I feel so sorry for all the Tenta Brella mains out there, dude. This weapon used to be amazing. The weapon itself needs a buff, dude. The kit is great. The kit is great, but the weapon needs to be a little faster. The connection issues need to change. Its shot fall off is barely even there. Its damage fall off is what I'm trying to say. Like, it doesn't feel like it's there. When I hit things when I'm close up, it almost never kills, which makes no sense at all. Like, things that I would kill in Splatoon 2 don't kill now, which makes it just like, huh. Yeah, that gets a D. We gotta pick a really good weapon, alright? I'm putting this at S, by the way. It has Toxic Mist and Ink Vacuum. So my personal opinion, why I like it so much. You can spam so much Toxic Mist. You can use your Vacuum as a Toxic Mist. And like, the thing is that I think how you play a Rapid Pro, since you're always usually playing back a whole lot of the time, you're usually put into a lot of situations where you are just set up to always use your vacuum, you know? I think it's great. I think it's a really freaking good weapon right now. It's just so good right now, dude. Okay, the REEF-LUX, Hurling Bomb, Tenta Missile, right? I think this weapon's amazing. It is by far the best painting weapon in the game. No question about it. I don't know if you guys have seen like people doing like 2.700 ink in 5 minutes. They're putting down some ridiculous numbers in terms of painting. By far, it is the best painting weapon in this game. Only thing about it is that it's really friggin' hard to kill with this thing. And no AoE, it's just, yeah. This weapon is not bad. I'll put it in B. Just cause in terms of fighting, like, it can get extremely overwhelmed. You kind of play, like, mid but back, you know? And you don't really try to kill with it. That's the only thing that sets it back. It's probably, like, the highest B. I can't put it in A, but it's probably by far the highest B that it's gonna be on the thing, you know? First thing, I think the Tri-String is friggin' solid, you know? At least what I've seen in, like, and how scrims are played. It has a whole ton of range. Like I've said before, it's like an Explosher, except it's like a charger, and you can like arc the shots and go up and then also direct someone. Like it's friggin' great for trip damage. The only thing about it is that when there's no one alive, it gets super overwhelmed. It gets rated pretty highly from me. From what I've seen, personally. Alright, Inkbrush. I think the Inkbrush is solid. It's not like, oh my god, Inkbrush, I can't believe it. Like, I think anybody in the right mind could play this really friggin' well. It's like painting varies. You might just be running around and not painting, so that might be something. Flat Bomb and Killer Whale is such a stupidly good kit at the same time. It's very, very good for Clam Blitz, of course. It's a friggin' Inkbrush. I don't feel like I can put it in A, though, dude. I feel like I have to, like, make another whole tier, like, because I feel like it's in between A and B, you know? I feel like it's an in-between. Yeah, I think personally these two would be in this tier. So just a slight adjustment, guys. We've moved these two things here, you know. Let's go with Glooga. Has the Kensa 52 gal kit, Splash Wall, and Booyah Bomb. I don't think I can put it in A. I feel like it has to be in the same tier as these lot, you know. I think it's above 96 gal, and this is above that at least. Yeah, I think that's correct. All right, Splatling. Personally, I think the Splatling is really solid. There's nothing really wrong with the Splatling. It works with run speed, it has a sprinkler. It's not really the type of weapon that's gonna really use a bomb because it's a Splatling. It has a solid special. It's Wave Breaker. Is it better than the Dualie Squelcher? Probably not in terms of what, I guess in terms of Wave Breaker and stuff like that. So I think I put it in A personally. Ooh, the Tri-Slosher. I think the Tri-Slosher is a really interesting case, not gonna lie, dude. This Tri-Slosher is interesting. It's not amazing in this game, it's just okay. You know, it's not like, because I feel like they slowed it down a little bit, you know? I think Toxic Mist is just great, because it just slows down everything. But like, the weapon itself and how it's operating right now, it feels slower than how it used to be, you know? In terms of like, how many frames it would slosh in. Like, I don't think it deserves an A. I think, personally, the Tri-Slosher, in terms of what it can do, yeah, I think the Tri-Slosher is just going to be in B right now. Elita. Now, I might have bias, because I think Elita is freaking good in this game. It's by far the longest range weapon in the game. You know, it's just not, I don't even need to decide. Elita's gonna get an X rank, dude. Longest range weapon of the game. It has Incline, so it can watch its own flank, so that's great. It has Wave Breaker. So you throw the Wave Breaker in front of you, you can throw it near you. If anybody gets close, like, no one's gonna touch you. As long as, like, if you actually have, like, solid awareness. Like, no armor too. In this meta, like, you are free to use Elita however you want, as long as you're hitting a shot. And obviously, depending on the map you're in, like, that's gonna greatly matter, so... As long as, like, your team doesn't get overpowered and you get your picks, bro, you should always be, like, be in a pretty good spot as well. Okay, well, L3 is very sad. L3 is a very, very sad case. Because this weapon was amazing back in Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 1. But I don't know what they've done to it. Hitting shots with this thing just does not feel consistent at all, dude. Bro, I'm sorry, I'm putting it. It might not be the lowest D, because I think the Tenta Brella deserves the lowest D right now, but like, yeah, I think the L3 is just kind of, it's kind of sad, dude. It's kind of sad how the L3 performs now these days, dude. Just like its older brother, the H3. Now, I've had a lot of time with the H3 already, dude. Like, you guys have seen me use the H3, you know? And I gotta be honest with myself. Playing with the H3 is very hard. It's probably a little bit harder now with how things are played. Like, it feels like people don't really come into your shots as they used to. I think Tacticooler on it is kind of cool. I think, honestly, not gonna lie, I think it gets a C, yeah, for real. But, like, I think the best thing about the H3 is that you can spam so many point sensors, dude. I think you can spam so many point sensors, and that's, like, it's basically an echolocator. Maybe there's a composition where point sensors are just like the thing, you know, they are the meta. Like, if you need recon, that's probably like gonna be one of your best weapons, you know. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate really, because the H3 as a weapon, if you're hitting the 3-hit most of the time, it's gonna be sick. The Tacticooler is nice on it too, but that's about it. Paints it paints pretty well too. Keeping up with stuff, like I don't think it keeps up that well, so. I think since it doesn't have like Splatoon 2 main power up and damage up, like it's a lot harder to use too. It doesn't have that going for it, which is a good thing. And me saying that is not me calling for the devs to bring back main power up and damage up, because I don't think anybody wants that. What I think they should do in terms of like damage output and all that is buff the fall off damage, not the base damage, just the fall off damage. If you shoot up into the air and then it lands and arcs downwards into someone, that at least it's doing some damage, you know, or more damage than it should normally do. Because when it doesn't have any good fall off damage, then it's just like way harder to play. So we haven't done any Splatanas yet. Lol. Okay, not the lowest one, not the lowest one. All right, Alright, Splatana. Alright, I put it in D. I'm just gonna put it D straight away. It has Ultra Stamp. Ultra Stamp by far worst special in the game. Until they buff the Ultra Stamp, it will be B. But right now, it's just... At the same time, too, it feels like the Splatana's hitbox in terms of like how close and how far you are when you're trying to do the charge slash. I feel like it needs to be a little further. Splatana's thing is okay. It's actually probably the best thing about it right now. The weapon itself is a little underwhelming sometimes. Its charge swing is just not strong enough, and Ultra Stamp sucks. The Ultra Stamp just doesn't kill things that it should be killing, and that is the thing that like really sets it back. So, Explosher. All right, Explosher. Personally, I think the Explosher is really freaking good in this game. If we're looking at a map like Scorch Gorge Zones, really good on that map. There's so many platforms of where you can slosh up and over to the other side and paint it, you know? And if anybody's there, they're just taking damage for free, you know? So it's just like, that's great. And on the same time, Ink Cloud on that map is so friggin' good at the same time too. And I think Ink Storm actually works pretty nicely for it too. And of course you got the little bit of recon too with the point sensors, which... Luckily, it's not a marker pen, because if it was, oh my god, that would suck. It's like either S or A, dude. I think it kind of does exactly what the Tri-Stringer does. Maybe a little better because it's easier to use. But I think Explosher right now is an S, you know. This is actually the first time we're playing this kind of weapon in a non-armor meta, so... Splat Roller. Splat Roller is the kind of base weapon that is always good. Alright? It's not a bad weapon. Especially in this meta where Ninja Squid is so friggin' good right now. Splat Roller kind of thrives off Ninja Squid a whole lot. Like, I don't know what it is with Ninja Squid. It just feels like you can't hear it most of the time. Right now, it's honestly thriving. And of course, you got Curling Bomb, you got Big Bubbler. Like, if you get into any sort of situation, you can just protect yourself and you can play within your bubbler too. And then, like, if things aren't going so well, you can, like, make your own line and then just, like, swim away. And that's cool. Personally, I think it deserves at least an A. Rapid Blaster. Unlike the Rapid Blaster Pro, since it's, like, a lot closer range and, like, it feels like you're way more vulnerable in a lot more situations, you know? It has Ink Mine and Tri-Strike. I don't know about you guys, but for me, Tri-Strike is super awkward right now, dude. It's, like, really awkward. It's just the thing that you can't swim with it is the most awkward thing for me. And I feel like it would go higher up in the list if you could swim with the Tri-Strike. Maybe it might be something that they buff in the future with Tri-Strike, because I feel like it's like, I don't know. When I go against anything that has Tri-Strike, I just feel like I don't care, you know? I don't care about it. It's just like, okay, you can throw it, that's cool. They throw all their things on me, and it's just like, I feel like I'm never affected at all, you know? Maybe I'm different, but I feel like it's just like, it's not how I thought it was going to be, Tri-Strike at least. I don't think, it doesn't perform like I thought it was going to, coming into this game. That's only gonna get a C. Alright, the Nautilus. The Nautilus doesn't do anything bad. I don't think it's A. I think the weapon's just like, it's just a decent weapon to use, you know? There's nothing bad with it. It's just like, I think it's just a B, honestly, dude. I'm thinking about it. With point sensor, of course, like recon is always nice. And then Ink Cloud, I think Ink Cloud, personally, I really like Instorm. I might be a little bit biased on that. You just throw it down and it just removes anybody who's in that area and you paint at the same time. It's not like amazingly crazy, but it's always nice for just some displacement, you know? So Brella. I have used the Brella a little bit. I don't know if this is my own bias. Maybe it's just because I'm not too much of a fan of Brella. Like, I can use it to a decent amount, but like, I think the Brella right now, with the Tri-Strike 2, it's just gonna get a C, you know? I think it gets a C for right now. It gets Sprinkler, it gets Tri-Strike. The only thing good for it is that it can spam the Tri-Strike like crazy, but that's about it. Yeah, the Undercover Brella. Knowing how friggin' weak this weapon is, an Ink Mine? No bomb, man. No. This is the type of weapon that needs a Splat Bomb or a Burst Bomb. This is the type of close range weapon because, like, the weapon is so bad at fighting. Even when you're close up to someone, like, it just doesn't do anything. It really doesn't. And it's like, if you turn around and, like, you have to slow turn, you always have to, like... It's like if somebody moves with this weapon, you have to, like, prepare yourself to already start moving before they even move, just to consistently hit them, and track them down, you know? It's disappointing. Like, Resider, okay, you got a Resider, cool. But once you come out your Resider, what the heck you gonna do, dude? Nothing, alright? Stop it. Alright, guys. It's the 52 gal. The 52 gal has always been strong. If a 52 gal has a wall, it's going to be strong. The 52 gal also has a brilliant special. It has the Killer Whale 5.1. And it plays off it so well. The weapon gets its own recon, basically. You can spam this thing however you want. You can get some recon, you get some free kills. You can use the whale as like a assist person, like close range. You can wall it off if you really want to. And you just have to hit your 2 shots. Like, if you understand how shooter weapon like spray works, like making sure that you don't just auto fire like crazy all the time, then you're gonna have a fun time with this weapon. Like, your first 2 shots are always gonna be very friggin' accurate. So it's an easy X. You can't deny it. Dualies? I think Dualies are good. Yeah, honestly, no, I think the Dualies are really friggin' good. Suction Bomb, it's a decent fighting weapon right now, and it has a crab tank. So you have long range weapons covered. You can protect yourself a lot more. You can squid roll with your dodge rolls, so your movement's just friggin' crazy and just in that right. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I think Dualies are solid right now, dude. Carbon, okay, Carbon. Alright, well, this is a mess. This weapon's so friggin' unfortunate, because you know what? This weapon would definitely be an A if it didn't have the sub-weapon that it does. If it had Burst Bomb, oh my god, Burst Bomb, Zipcaster, Carbon would be literally the best. It'll be so friggin' good. Like, the thing is, it's because it's a Carbon, I can't put it, I think the main weapon is so friggin' good, because it's so quick. It's a really quick killing roller. So in terms of how rollers are, I think it at least deserves a C, you know? It would be an S tier if it had Burst Bomb, you know? Because it's a Carbon, you know? It would work so well, and especially if it had Zipcaster too. Sploosh-o-Matic. Man, it has Ultra Stamp. I've said this before many of times. I've always said this, like, during Splatoon 2 time as well. The Sploosh-o-Matic, I think the main weapon's good, to be honest. The Carling Bomb is really good, but it just has Ultra Stamp. I don't think I can put it in D. Like, even though it has an Ultra Stamp, I think the main weapon, like, it's literally the Splat Roller, except it's a shooter, and it has a little less range. Also paints better than the Splat Roller. It's held back by the stamp a lot, so I think we put it here. I don't think it's a D. I think it's at least a C. Alright, guys, Range Blaster. I think I'm gonna put the Range Blaster in S. S tier, easy S. The Range Blaster's back, baby, dude. The Range Blaster's back. The Range Blasters in this game is really friggin' interesting. And this is how I describe it. Because it's like, it's not the Splatoon 1 Range Blaster where it has like the same amount of frames and it's just a whole, like really quick. It's like the Splatoon 2 framed Range Blaster with Splatoon 1 Range Blaster accuracy. And even better with the Intensify action so you can get even more accuracy out of it. In a non-auto meta, it is so good. I really enjoyed that the Range Blaster's good again, and I also enjoyed that it's not too overbearingly strong, you know? Like it was in Splatoon 1. Yeah, it was very overbearingly strong in Splatoon 1, but like, it's good in this game. It's definitely really freaking good in this game, so that gets a thumbs up for me right there. Ballpoint. Ballpoint doesn't do anything horrible on this. I'm basing this on how I've played it, and at least what I've seen, because personally, I think the Ballpoint is really solid. It has solid range, and you can face things closer up at the same time. Oh wait, no, it's Fizzy Bomb. Oh wait, it's Fizzy Bomb. Oh wait, no, that puts it up at tier. Because the thing is with the Ballpoint, it's like you use the Fizzy Bomb in situations where the Ballpoint itself cannot reach. Because you can throw the Fizzy Bomb pretty dang far. And of course, the Fizzy Bomb by far, next to Burst Bomb, it's literally the best bomb in the game, you know? I can put it over, I feel like I can put it over this as well. And the weapon, like, I mean, the close range mode, it paints pretty dang well too. So it's just like, you hit, probably with Intensify action too, just jumping and shooting with this, it makes it even better. So, alright. You guys might be shocked about where I put this weapon. You might be shocked. You guys are actually gonna be shocked. This thing is so sick, dude. This thing is actually so sick, dude. The Goo Tuber, actually. I'm just saying, people have like memed the hell out of Goo Tuber, at least in Splatoon 2. And rightfully so, because its kits suck. Now, I'm not gonna go crazy and be like, yeah, it deserves an easy X rank. No, it definitely doesn't. The Elite is right there. It's the best painting charger in the game. Tenta missiles work so well for it, dude. And Torpedo works so well for it. It's like, bro, like, okay, you shoot your Tenta missiles. All right, I'm swimming back in. I'm gonna throw my torpedoes at people now. If you have a shot, you know how to work the Goo Tuber. You can shoot with it. Honestly, any charger main can make this work, you know? Honestly, like, if you can shoot, if you can hit with charges, it's solid, you know? I think I'm gonna put Goo Tuber at A, dude. Who would have thought, dude? I think I'm gonna put Goo Tuber at A. It probably will be the lowest A right now because it's a Goo Tuber, of course, and it charges slow. But you can still early charge things if people get close to you. I think I'm happy about it. I really think the Goo Tuber is actually not that bad, you know. Okay, we'll move on to the Dynamo. I haven't had much to say about the Dynamo. I'm very, very torn on the Dynamo because I feel like sometimes it's good. I don't think it's like amazing. Like it has a big efficiency like nerf. I think what a lot of people have been saying is that it doesn't get that sweet, like, you know when you do like the horizontal flick and it comes down and it doesn't consistently kill like that, you know? It doesn't consistently kill. So I think that's what a lot of people have been saying, at least from what my knowledge serves me. I think Dynamo's gonna get B. It's like Tactical or Sprinkler. Alright, Mini Splatling. It has an Ultra Stamp, guys. Basically, this weapon doesn't have a special, you know? I feel like the minis just never been really good for fighting. Besides, of course, in Splatoon 1. It was a different time back then, guys. It was a very different time. Zinc Mini, Disruptor Bubble, dude, it was great. You can fight anything you wanted. But at least with the minis that I've seen, it just doesn't feel like it does a lot. It has a Burst Bomb, too, which is kind of nice. But, like, I think the highest D right now. The Ultra Stamp probably sets it back because it feels like the weapon doesn't even have a special, dude. Like, Burst Bomb, okay, that's always nice if anyone gets close. But, like, it's just underwhelming, man. It's just, I don't know. Squiffer. I think the Squiffer could be pretty decent. Like, it has point sense, a big bubbler. You will kill it with this thing as long as you can hit with it. Like, it's like the longest range weapon right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is the longest range weapon right now that has big bubble. So if you're able to actually utilize that range and utilize the big bubbler really well, then you can put some work with this. In that right, I think it deserves B. It's not something that's super horrible. I just don't think I can put it in A because I don't think it does anything more than what these weapons are able to do. Slosher. The weapon feels good. And the only thing that's setting it back right now, it's its special. I think that's the only thing that sets it back. Probably above Glooga. Yeah, probably above. Because the weapons feels good, you know, when you like get into a game and you're sloshing things and if you're hitting people properly, then yeah, you're gonna be fine. I think they need to do something about the tri-strike. We definitely have the Luna Blaster. But where is the Luna Blaster gonna go? Its kit is super solid. Obviously, it's a Luna Blaster, and one thing a Luna Blaster just does not do is paint. at all. But it is a blaster, and blasters are definitely stronger in this game. I feel like it falls in the same case as the Splat Roller, where it's like, the weapon's not gonna really paint for you, but at the same time, it will kill. It will kill for you if you place it in the right place. If you're a Kagutso, then it's probably gonna be S. But like, if you're just a regular Luna Blaster, then it's probably gonna be A, you know? Okay, well, Stamper's just way better than Splatana in every way. The only thing about it is just that it's kind of slow. In terms, like, it's slow to utilize its zipcaster sometimes. I think it's solid. Like, I mean, the paint is very, very, it's lackluster. I think it only deserves a B, to be honest. There's gonna be a lot of B weapons. This might actually be my last B weapon right now, but I think that deserves a B for now. Tetris. Cause Tetris, to be honest, honestly, cause Tetris is so friggin' good with movement, I think it's gonna be an S, dude. Autobomb and Reef-Slider weapon. This weapon is so good on movement. Any Tetra main, they've always been able to utilize it just so friggin' well, where it's just like, it's just the most annoying thing to fight, ever. It really is. It's just the most annoying weapon to fight, ever. I don't think I put it above Range Blaster, but I think we definitely put it around there. That is what I'm gonna do for the Tetra. I think the Tetra is just like the squid rolling that you can do with it, the dodge rolling as well. It's just like there's just so many movement options you have with this weapon, dude. It's kind of ridiculous, dude. So, all right. So the Clash Blaster. I think the Clash Blaster's alright. I think the Clash Blaster's okay. The thing is about the Clash Blaster, for it to be good, it's like you always have to play it in a way where the other person makes a mistake, you know? Like, when the tiers go higher, when you get higher up in higher level play, or basically people who play in S+, that at decent level, I feel like the Clash Blaster starts losing its okayness. I feel like when you understand how to go against a Clash Blaster, it's harder to perform with it, you know? It has Splat Bomb and Trizuka, which is honestly not a bad kit for the weapon. It's actually a pretty dang good kit. Like, personally, I feel like I can go ahead and use Clash Blaster and, like, dunk on people if I really wanted to. But when you play against people that know how to fight against it, it's just like, it becomes a little bit more lackluster, you know? So, you can play on, like, a map like Sturgeon Shipyard, where there's, like, so many weird places where someone's gonna climb up and they're not gonna have enough time to, like, actually react to the Clash Blaster, so that's one of the maps like in the game where it's just like, okay, Clash Blaster, hell yeah, dude, we can do some crazy things for it. So since some people have been calling it, yeah, the Hydra Splatling, I have been holding this one back. I am going to rate it really friggin' highly, and here is why. Yes, I will put the Hydra Splatling in X. Now, if you are able to aim with the Hydra Splatling, you're in luck. That is great. The Hydra Splatling is a 3-shot kill if fully charged, which most people with the Hydra Splatling will do. The Hydra Splatling has Booyah Bomb. Let me tell you guys about Booyah Bomb and how friggin' good it is. And it's probably gonna be even better in terms of like when you play it in like competitive, because it's like Booyah Bomb, as long as your other people on your team are pressing the Booyah Bomb, they're going to be building special. It's kind of ridiculous how good Booyah Bomb good Booyah Bomb is in terms of a special, because it just enables your entire team to special spam, like just to get more special just for being there, for being alive, you know? Not only that it's helpful for your own team, and of course being so friggin' oppressive with Booyah Bomb, the weapon's gonna be good in splat zones, the weapon's gonna be good in tower control. The weapon will be good in some Rainmaker maps, or most of them. It's a solid backline weapon. It's not gonna let you get close to it if the thing's really charged. So if you're able to aim with it, then you're gonna be in luck. Yeah, and greatly protected by its good, by some good teammates. You're not gonna be able to ever touch this thing. This is also another reason why Elite is here, because it's here to be able to take out this thing. Because this thing is just in the way, dude. Yeah, Hydra right now, it's basically like, okay, the auto bomb, okay. To be honest, the auto bomb for it kind of works. It's not okay, you have a bomb. At the same time, when you think about it, it can kind of work with the Hydra, because you can always throw that auto bomb just for like your own personal recon, just to like figure out where people are, so you can like have an idea of where you're gonna actually shoot next. It's actually not bad. It's like the kit's actually fairly solid, and just having a Booyah Bomb again, it's just so, alright, the blaster, the custom blaster wannabe from Splatoon 1, basically. There's Autobomb and Big Bubbler. Big Bubbler for a blaster is friggin' crazy. It's not the most amazing blaster in the game right now. It's not like, oh my god, blasters, but tower control, this weapon friggin' pops off, because like, it's the same thing where like, you can have one of these just so that you can push the tower further, and as long as they're doing their job right, where they kill people off the tower, and then they start pushing, and then they put the the big bubble on the tower so they can stay protected, and then anyone gets close and blast them. It's crazy. I don't think it's an S. A though. I think it's around there right now. Alright, should we get the bamboozer out the way? If we put things into perspective. Yeah, the bamboo does not have damage up anymore. You are always required to hit 2 shots with it now. Bamboo should have always been like that. Otherwise, if you could put damage on it, then yeah, it's just gonna go into S, but like you can't. We can't lie to ourselves. Auto bomb is not the greatest bomb in the game, not gonna lie. Whale is always good, so it's good for assist man. So you can hit a shot, finishing off the whale maybe, or get some more chip on with the whale or anything like that. Yeah, I think it's a C, honestly. I think it's a C, and it's just above these weapons, and that's how it is right now, dude. So, blah, 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 blah. Blob is not a killing weapon at all. It's not a killing weapon. Why does this thing not have wool? Its next kit better get wooled, because I think that will make sense for it. I don't personally think the blob is horrible. Like, the Inkstorm, okay, it's good, but it would have been better with a wool, which would have been the same blob back in Splatoon 2. Personally, I don't think the blob deserves a C. If you know what you're doing with a blob, like, it really is not that horrible, you know? Maybe it falls in the same place of where the Dynamo is. Like, I don't think I put it over, I don't think I put it over that, but like, I just don't think it's, I don't think it's a horrible weapon. Especially like if you, cause it's just like, it's a weapon where you think of it like it's the tri-stringer, where it's just like you're sending stuff in a place to deny people to go there, you know? I'll put it there for now. Aerospray. Aerospray is the only weapon in the game that is a 5-shot kill. It does have one of the best bombs in the game, which is a fizzy bomb, which is why I won't put it in D. But I also think the weapon is better than it was back in Splatoon 2. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's like the weapon is more consistent when it hits. Every single time I play this weapon, it doesn't feel like Splatoon 2 Aerospray where it just misses all the time. To be honest, I think it's a higher C. I think it's a high C because it does have a really good, like, its kit is not bad. Like, it has Reef Slider, okay, cool. You can reslide, and if you're using a reslider in good situations, then cool. That's fine. Yeah, I think that this weapon's is just gonna chill there for now, dude. All right, Splash, one of the quickest weapons to build up its crab tank. Yeah, honestly, no, thinking about it, this weapon is one of the best, like, one of the best crab tank weapons right now. Yeah, honestly, no, I think we put the Splash-o-matic right now in S. The weapon is very, very solid. You have the crab tank, you can protect yourself, you can shoot things from afar. The bomb on the crab, I don't feel like the people utilize the bomb on the crab tank enough, you know? And then I feel like when people really start understanding how that bomb works, it's basically an Explosher shot as long as you are hitting it more directly than usual. Personally, I think that's fair. It kills really well, it can paint solidly well, it can deal with long range. It has a burst one as well, dude, so it's just like, well, okay, that makes sense. Flingaza Roller, okay. Flingaza Roller paints like crazy. Flingaza Roller has Tenta missiles. I think Flingaza Roller gets S. It spams missiles, you can get close up to people. The Flingaza Roller can paint a lot as well. The Flingaza Roller also kills more consistently than the REEF-LUX. This is honestly the only reason for why I'm putting it higher than that, because these two weapons essentially are doing, like, not gonna lie, they're doing the exact same thing. Except that the Flingaza Roller is just way more consistent when it comes to actually killing things at close range. And obviously, yes, it has missiles. Yeah, it has missiles, all right? And missiles are really still really good. I think that makes a lot of sense, honestly, looking it back. So the Splattershot is a very interesting one. And honestly, I don't even really, I feel like the Splattershot has a suction bomb, and it has the Trizooka, and the Trizooka is just, I mean, to be honest, I feel like the Trizooka is very solid. To be honest, okay, you guys might be, like, surprised. I don't think it deserves an X. The main fighting weapon is just, it's a solid fighting weapon, you know? It's always just gonna be very, very super solid, you know? But I have reasoning for this, alright? I do have reasoning for it. Bear with me, guys. I think the Splattershot is good. Do not get me wrong, I think it's good. But I don't think it's an S, alright? My main reasoning is because this thing exists, alright? My main reasoning is because this thing exists, okay? Don't get me wrong, I think the Splattershot is good. I think it's still gonna be played a whole bunch because it's a Splattershot, it has a suction bomb, the weapon's gonna fight. When you have something like the Squeezer, it does the exact same thing, except it has so much more range. Like, it has a wool, it may not have a bomb, and I think the wool works super well with it. And I don't even think that the Squeezer's X rank, alright? This is a 100% accurate weapon. I don't think it's X. It might not have a bomb. As long as you hit, it does exactly what the Splattershot does. So I think personally the Squeezer is in S. I'm just being very honest, alright? Because it's just like, you guys have seen me use the Squeezer, and like, you know I really like that weapon. But I'm also like thinking about it logically too, if it didn't have like the splash wall, and the splash wall's really good on it too. If it had like something like a suction bomb, like basically if it had the Splattershots kit, then it probably would be X, because in terms of like displacement, like it had like a suction bomb, you can throw it around places and like basically get bomb kills and all that type of stuff. Overall, the squeezer would just be better, you know. But it doesn't make it bad with the wall. I think the wall, it does really good, you know. The Splat Charger isn't interesting. I can't rate the Splat Charger lower than the Goo Tubers. So I think we easily put the Splat Charger here. I mean, of course, if you hit all your shots, it's gonna be S. Probably even higher, actually. No, you know what? It's like around here. Or is it? Oh, it's a Charger though, dude. It's a Charger though. You hit your shots, you're gonna go crazy, dude. I think this makes more sense. I don't think it deserves, I don't think it should be around here. I think it's definitely around here, maybe like here. The thing is about charges, like it's such a weird one with like, especially with these two. It's like it will always perform well as long as you're hitting your. I mean, of course the kits are going to help it too, but like it kind of like, just thinking about it, like just what I said with like the Rapid Pro, it falls in kind of the same category where like if you're using one of these two weapons, you're always going to be able to set yourself up in like positions where the ink vacuum's going to make sense. So you probably get the most use out of them. Yeah, it definitely doesn't deserve it. I think it's definitely an S right there. I don't think the Octobrush is horrible. Yeah, I think the Octobrush is just okay, you know? It's not crazy, it's not amazing, but it's just like, it's just alright. Like, if you're close up to people, then you're gonna kill them. Easy, not standard. You got Suction Bomb, which is always a good sub-weapon. You got Zipcaster with it, and I think it works pretty dang well with Zipcasters. So I think it's just, I don't think it's better than the Lunar Blaster in terms of Zipcaster, because it kills a little slower, but I think it's like right here. Maybe the 96 Gal's a little better. Maybe the Stamper's a little better. I think it's just a B, to be very honest. Alright guys, tier list done. Right. This is the very last weapon. We leave this weapon for last because we're all talking about this weapon. We are all talking about this weapon. Yeah, like, yeah, okay, okay. Of course it'll be there, right? I'm just saying, the hitbox for this thing, right now, the hitbox for this thing is so friggin' wide, alright? It's like how the Sloshing Machine was back in Splatoon 2 when the Sloshing Machine was first there. They've made, I don't know why they've done this again, but it's like it's been made wider. Right now, it probably will get nerfed eventually. Now, again, this may be X rank. I'm gonna put this X rank, of course, but I'm gonna tell you all the reasons for why it's X rank. Alright, let's talk about it. Sloshing Machine. Okay, the main weapon itself. Yeah, we can't ignore the fact that the main weapon itself is just ridiculously good. Hitbox, very, very wide. Okay, movement with this weapon. It moves so good. Like, it has such good movement. The only thing that lacks with the Sloshing Machine is that the main weapon doesn't paint. That's honestly the only thing. Its kit's friggin' amazing, so all its paint is already covered. Fizzy Bomb, by far the best bomb in the game, cannot deny that. It's next to the burst bomb. You can let the Fizzy Bomb kind of do all your long range work, so that's fine. And at the same time, like right now, at least from what I've seen and what I've played, and every single time I've used this, you can always average 8 Booyah Bombs every single game with no special charger. It's not that hard to charge up your Booyah Bombs, you know? At the same time, it's a friggin' Booyah Bomb. So your Booyah Bomb is going to be supporting all your teammates. Charge up your Booyah Bomb. Everyone's getting fed special. So then, if you have anybody else that may have a Booyah Bomb, like another Sloshing Machine, which a lot of people have been using, like at least 2 Sloshing Machines in some teams, they're just gonna be feeding each other, and then you're just gonna have this never-ending, like, streak of Booyah Bombs being thrown at you. And at the same time, the Booyah Bomb, how it explodes, it's just so much bigger. Like, it feels like it's so much bigger in this game, so it's just like, goddamn. Goddamn, man. Now, I've said this before. I think this weapon is, like, specifically for splat zones and tower control, is just like, you should always have one in either of those modes. I think Rainmaker and Clan Blitz, it might not matter so much. You might even go for different types of weapons and all that type of stuff. Like, you might. But I feel like splat zones and tower control is where this weapon really, really friggin' thrives. In some way or form, this weapon's gonna be either nerfed by Booyah Bomb. Well, actually, no. I forgot to mention, why does the Booyah Bomb shield not break so easily now? Why? Why is it that I can have 2 people shoot at this Booyah Bomb and the shield still doesn't? That makes no sense. It's like the Booyah Bomb can be used as a panic button. Why? Why is that allowed? That's where I put everything, guys. That's where I put everything. Yeah, so if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching this video. If you have not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as we are on the way to 100k subscribers. We're getting very, very close to it. But yeah, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching the follow on Twitter and Twitch if you have not already. Come to the Twitch streams, guys. Come to the Twitch streams because you can join us and stuff like this when it comes live. Make sure to follow that. And also join the public Discord to actually get notified whenever I do go live for a stream. It's in the description below. That's all from me though, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you guys in a future one.